I will try and be very quick with the meeting for tonight so that I don't keep us waiting or in this Zoom meeting for too long. So welcome everyone. This is our Leaders Council meeting for the month of May. Now, for those who are not familiar with what we do on our Leaders Council meeting, we use the Leaders Council meeting as an opportunity to discuss with strategic leaders. Those are our partners who have reached the rank of leader or higher in the SWC partnership program. We want to hear your opinions and your feedback. We want to share with you the strategic direction we are heading and also get your input. So the last Leaders Council meeting was held in, I think, February. So the agenda for this meeting is we will first and foremost go over the minutes of our last meeting. Then we will talk about our performance for the month of April. We will equally share some matters arising. Then I will take feedback and we conclude. So without wasting time, let me quickly read out the minutes of our last Leadership Council meeting. On the 8th of February 2024, we held our Leadership Council meeting for partners of SWC who have achieved the rank of leader and above. The highlights of the meeting, we shared the results of January, we reviewed it, and on the basis of those results, we announced the regional bonus payment of $630. It was allocated to the various departments and the members. Members of the different departments are the mentorship department. This is the department responsible for helping onboard new members. If you have a new member who has trouble with their verification, you can pass them across to this unit. The head of that unit is going to be, I'm going to share the contact of the head of that unit so that anyone who needs that unit services can contact the head of that unit. Also, someone's mic is open. Please, can you mute your mic? Also, it was announced to the members present that the SWC Nigerian team secured a meeting with the Director of Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurial Development, that's the SAID department of the National Youth Service Corps, to obtain approval to work with them to carry out various orientation in the different orientation camps during the NYSC orientation program. We also announced that we were planning the SWC brochure for Nigerian partners, and we called upon members to submit their details so that they can be featured in the SWC Faces, a section of the brochure called the SWC Faces. Then we discussed strategies. Among those were strategies for increasing sales in the month of February. And then some of the participants who shared their thoughts include Mr. Mohammed, who suggested that we should do offline promotion using banners, flyers, and posters. Also, Mrs. Bosley suggested that we should train new partners on how to do effective online marketing. And Mr. Igbudu mentioned that we should get investors involved more in the partnership program of SWC. Mr. Bison suggested that we should incentivize the active partners and guide prospects till they are able to stand on their own. And then Mrs. Patricia Ogueme shared her practical strategies which she uses to prospect and attract new clients. She also shared her results and strategies and thanked the head of the community mentorship unit who had been helping her with verification for her clients. Then Mr. Ibudu suggested that we should leverage the ongoing promo of the Utera project to sell more of the Utera lots. He also mentioned strategic consistency in inviting people to our offline channel, while stressing the need for members to migrate from the unofficial WhatsApp channels to the official channels, and the importance of separating prospects from members in these social media channels, especially the Telegram group, highlighting the fact that some Older members may discourage newer members from investing due to the questions they raise about the payment of dividends. Mr. Sunday Bisong called upon leaders to come into the leadership position of state coordinators in order to handle the effective distribution of certificates to members of Skyward community in various states and the effective coordination of offline events in their states. He made this call by stressing the need to decentralize someone's mic is open. Please check your mic is open and kindly mute yourself. Give me a minute. All right. So, members were also asked to submit their details for the SWC Faces chapter of the SWC brochure. And it was emphasized that members need to identify with the community by using branded materials such as the customized profile picture and the SWC branded shirts and jackets, which one of our partners, Mr. Abdul, offered to assist us with in terms of the production and the distribution inquiries. That meeting closed with a feedback session from the participants present, and the meeting recording is going to be shared in the chat box. Now, at this point, I'm going to ask that anyone who was in that meeting and has just listened to the minutes of that meeting should let us know if the meeting minutes are in order and adopt the meeting minutes so that we can proceed. So if you know that you were in the meeting for which I just read the minutes, the last Leadership Council meeting that was held, please move for the motion of adoption of that meeting by putting a plus in the chat box. Kindly put a plus in the chat box if the meeting minutes are in order, you were in the meeting. Okay. So Mr. Abu Bisong is moving for the motion of adoption of the minutes, verifying that everything that was stated was in order with what actually took place. Thank you, Mr. Bisong. So moving forward, let us look at the performance review. The month of March and April, we did not hold our Leadership Council meeting due to unforeseen circumstances. We're supposed to have this Leadership Council meeting every month so that we can review our performance and also set goals for the next month. We will try as much as possible to be more consistent with this practice. And I'm calling upon leaders to be more involved and active in this endeavor. Last month, it was from the average volume of investment from new investors, we realized $1,950. From all investors, that's old investors who have already invested in this project, we realized $49,531. The average volume of investment for the previous two periods, that is, I'm talking about February and March, we realized $5,450 from new investors on average. And from all investors, we realized $47,000. So we recorded a 70% increase in investments compared to the previous period from new investors, and an 18% increase in investments from all investors. Moving on, we had in the month of April, 31 new members registered and joined the community. And out of those 31, 7 of them made their first investment. So we realized 75% increase compared to the previous month of March. Moving on, in April, we had 14 new clients. 7 of them signed partnership agreements, and we had 1 person reaching the rank of consultant. Now, onto the matters arising. Now, this is the most important aspect of this meeting, the matters arising. We have a Global Africa event coming up in July. This event was supposed to be one event for the whole of Africa, combining Cameroon, Senegal, Ghana, and Nigeria. And the Skyward Community International Department and Community Management Department working together called a meeting with the leaders, the curators and community managers of these 4 African countries to decide the venue for which this event will be carried out. And so they initially favored Nigeria as the venue for which this event should take place, because they said Nigeria has the highest number of partners who have invested in this project among those 4 African countries. However, they asked a question that if this was to be a ticketed event, and we are to say how many tickets will be sold here in Nigeria, how many tickets can we assure them that we can sell and invite partners to this program? Because this was to be a ticketed event. Now, we asked for some time in order to do a survey and give them a feedback, because we told them that we do not want to make a rough estimate which will turn out not to be accurate. And they gave us a few days to administer this survey. It will interest you to know that the outcome of that survey showed that 92 respondents from Senegal voted that the event should take place in Senegal. And in the whole of Nigeria, despite us having the highest number of investors and supporters of this project, we only had 36 people vote that this event should take place in Nigeria. So the international department and the community department began to look again at the numbers. And they now saw from their assessment that it looks like Nigeria has numbers, but they are not active. And as much as we always try to say we should get involved, we cannot really force people against their wish. So as much as we try to stimulate and galvanize the community to participate in activities, sometimes we cannot force their action that needs to be performed. For example, we have been calling for a very long time now that partners should go into the official channels, and many partners are reluctant to do that, preferring to remain on WhatsApp. And on WhatsApp, we have 23 groups. We started to call again that, okay, partners should move into 5 of those groups to allow ease of communication and more engagement. And yet, partners were reluctant. So we cannot really force people against their wish. Anyway, after we did the survey and the international department got the feedback of the number of people that voted for Nigeria and the number that voted for Senegal, they now had a change of mind and decided to hold 2 separate events. We were supposed to have one big event, and the budget for that event will be in one location. So we would have more resources to organize a big event. But unfortunately, they now have to break it into 2 smaller events, of which one is to take place in Senegal and the other is to take place in Nigeria. So I want to beg us leaders, Nigeria should not embarrass itself. We have already done amazingly well in the past, supporting this project with funding, and even big people are in this project, big people have gotten involved in this project. And all of them are waiting on something positive from the investment that they have made. And many of them have burning questions they want to ask. This event is a platform for which these questions can be answered, because the founder of Skyward Community will be there at this event. Members of the Skyward community team will be there at this event to be an opportunity to network, to collaborate, to ask your questions, to get answers directly from these people, and to also meet other Skyward community members in other African countries who will be coming to Nigeria because we are the ones to host them. So I would like for us to give them a memorable experience and to have a memorable event. And it is up to us, the leaders, to inform our partners and stimulate interest towards this event. So that is the first on the matters arising. The second is, I want to inform us that we now have our branded t-shirts and caps available for partners who would like to get them and have them to identify as partners of the community. I think that before now we used to have this, but the company rebranded, they changed the logo. And so we need to also change the branding of our t-shirts and our cap in line with the new design. So the previous leaders who were really promoting this project, some of them have gone into other projects. Some of them have their personal projects they are promoting. So the energy at which they started has really simmered down. We want to reinvigorate that. And one of the ways we can do that is to begin to have our brand identity and, have this communal unity, which we had in the beginning. We want to strengthen that. And one of the ways we see we can do that is to have branded materials, shirts, cap, and even our customized profile picture that each partner should identify as a member of the community. So these are available, and if you want to get them, you can reach out to me for now until I have somebody who handles that, and then I'll put the person's contact and you can reach out to them. I also want to announce that we have recently opened a Skyward community office in Auchi, which is to attend to the needs of partners. It's a walk-in center where you can get answers to your questions related to Skyward community. And once a month in that office, we carry out events, offline events, where we enlighten new prospects about Skyward community and also inform old partners about ongoing promotions that they can benefit from. We also want to call upon the Skyward community leaders who would like to become state coordinators to reach out to either the community manager or myself and inform us of their desire. Let us see how we can work together to get more states and more state coordinators on board with us, because there are some challenges that we are having, one of which is the distribution of certificates. Partners will request for their certificates, but because of the issue with the address and postal services, they will not be able to get the certificates even though they are put in their address. To resolve this problem before now, Ambassador was using his address in Belgium to collect the certificate. But when he relocated finally to Belgium, he stopped and he could no longer be bringing certificates to Nigeria because he's now no longer resident in Nigeria. The challenge now is that some partners are already used to that model. They ship their certificates using his address. But now that he's no longer available to do that for us, we have to get a working system. And what we witnessed was that the certificates that were in the custody of Ambassador's wife, Mrs. Laura, were handed over to the community manager for distribution to partners. So we now started facing two challenges. The first challenge was the certificate does not have your house address. The certificate only has your name and the certificate does not have your contact information. It only has your name and your address. So we cannot know how to contact the owner of the certificate, except maybe you know them personally. You cannot reach out to them. So when we see a certificate belonging to a Mr. Elijah Sunday, for example, who lives in Ikoyi, and his address is there. How do we get to Mr. Elijah and tell him his certificate is available for pickup? The only way we know how to do that is to announce it on the group. And then Mr. Elijah Sunday may not even be on the group, or he may be on the group and he does not read the message. So we did not have an effective system for sending people their certificates. So we are asking for people who can come up as state coordinators to do so that if we can ship all these certificates to the states with a coordinator who is in that state, an active member of Skyward community, then anybody in that state that wants their certificate, we can direct them to this state coordinator, who can then serve as a point person to enable the distribution of this certificate. And also, if we are to have a program in that state, these are the coordinators we will work with to facilitate the event organization and Skyward community promotion and penetration in your state and in your region. So we are again asking, this is a position of responsibility. And if any leader is willing to come into this position, please contact myself or the community manager, Mr. Sunday, to inform him of your interest, and we shall swing into action and reach out to you to tell you how we can begin to work together. Mr. Sunday has just dropped some information concerning the available certificate for collection in the chat room. I would encourage us to go through that and save the message so that you can go through it later. Thank you, Mr. Sunday, for that information. Now, also, I want to inform us, very important. People are always saying, when is the next promo coming up? When is the next promo? I want to add more shares. There is a promo that is ongoing, but you will not see it in your back office. I said, let me repeat it. There is a promo that is ongoing, but you will not see it in your back office. What is this promotion? It's called the SWC Mobile Package Promotion, but you will not see it in your back office. The only way you can get this promotion is when you fill the NPS form. The NPS form after attending the UST regional webinar or seminar event. What do I mean? Whenever you attend a UST event, not UTERA event, UST event, and you fill the feedback form. The feedback form is that form we give you at the end to say, how was your perception of the meeting? What do you think we could have done better? You know, all those questions we ask. When you fill that form and drop your email, within 24 hours, you are supposed to receive in your back office access to the SWC mobile package promo that allows you to invest at 75 shares per dollar discount. So the way you can get this promo, if you have a downline, for example, that needs to buy packages and you want them to use promotion to buy, then you can tell them to watch the webinar replay, fill the NPS form so that they can get access to that promotion. For more details and the terms and conditions about this promotion, you can reach out to me and I will give you all the details later. So those of you asking, is there a promo ongoing? This promo is on the table. So make sure you tell your prospects to fill the NPS form, watch the webinars, so that they will even understand more about the opportunity that they want to take advantage of. And then fill the NPS form so that they can have access to the promo. That is for that. Then we have the SWC ongoing marathon and annual tracking. This event is to aid the completion of stage 15. The reason they put this program together is to facilitate the quick closing of stage 15 of the UST investment opportunity. They want to close stage 15, and the way they intend to do that is by using the marathon. So they want to involve as many of the existing partners of Skyward community into a game process, a gamified process where they complete tasks such as recruiting new partners, making investments, performing some activities that will create awareness and publicity, like posting about Skyward community and UST on social media, engaging on all those posts and all of those activities. So they are doing this as a way to stimulate activity, investments, attracting new members in order to close stage 15. So I will encourage each and every one of us to actively participate in the SWC Marathon. After this meeting, I will send you some more information about the SWC Marathon. Then lastly, on the matters arising, we have our SWC Members Resource Kit. The Members Resource Kit for Skyward Community members is a link that takes you to all the resources that you might need as a partner of Skyward Community. These include registration links for webinars, access to materials for presentation, access to materials for template letters to organizations, all the kind of the things that you might need, both to promote this business opportunity online or offline. They've been put together in one place, and that is the SWC Members Resource Kit. It is a link that you can access. If you don't have that link, reach out to me to drop that link with you so that you can use it for your business promotion. So at this point, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and then I'm going to take feedback from participants in tonight's meeting. So if you would like to give a feedback, raise your hand. I will unmute you, and then you can speak on any of the matters arising that I just mentioned. So if you have anything to say concerning all that has been said so far, this is your opportunity to air your thoughts and your opinion. Just click on reaction, click on raise hand. Okay, I see Mr. Aburu has his hand raised, sir. You can mute your mic. You can have the floor.
Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
We can hear you, sir.
Right, good evening, leaders. Good evening, everyone who have meeting. And as our leader, our creator have all said it all, and we have seen the matter arising. Due to the SWC Global Event, which is opportune to take place in Nigeria. All this year that we have been promoting the unique string transport technology via the platform of the CEO of this great platform coming to Africa, and most especially to Nigeria. I want to say something. Nigeria so much. To be frank with you, Senegal are only 43 or 44,000 based on the statistic that were given in the 1,000 investor. Nigeria has about 100 and 1,000, there are about 1,300 and there are about co-investors and partners in this project. Now, we in Africa, when it comes to Africa, Nigeria is at the forefront, but we are lacking collaboration. But thank God today, in this leadership council, we have about 13 persons, and I of the Nigeria country that we are, as we are here to air our view and know where this event that is coming up, are coming down to Nigeria. Cameroon are coming, and some part of also hosting, and I believe some part of them will still come to Nigeria. Supposed to be hosted only here, but due to our negligence, survey, people just neglect it. So please, now that they spread this event into two, coming a small event, let us make it a remarkable one and use the opportunity to boost our collaboration, as in our partnership, the way we used to do it back then. And then say that Through this event, as my leader already said, SWC are using this opportunity to close stage technology. Please, the economic is tough, but this is the right time that will bring our enemies into this opportunity. Let's tell them and let them come and attend this event. And to close it, please, as we are going to wait for you to bring that big person or that person that was not believing the information we were passing and drag him to come and hear it from the horse's mouth. And our presence in this program, it will speak a lot about Nigeria, because if Cameroon, Ghana are flying in, talk less of we that are here in Nigeria. So please, wherever part of Nigeria you are, drag your partner, at least 2 or 3, down to Abuja, where we are having this event hosted. So that is just my feedback, my curator. Thank you so much for putting us and leading us in this business of Skywalk community in the Nigeria region.
Thank you, Mr. Bison, for that feedback. To just quickly add to what you have said, I would think that this is an opportunity for us to come out with our SWC brand. We should all come out wearing the t-shirt if possible. If you want to wear a suit on top of it, that's fine, so that people will know that there is a community called Skyward Community that's creating and financing the future of environmental friendly technology. Let us come and identify as members of Skyward Community, so that the people we are hosting will see a united Skyward Community in this Nigerian region. All right, so thank you again, Mr. Bishop. The next person who is going to speak now is Mr. Tochukwu Tonasi. Sir, you can unmute your mic and speak.
Yeah, good evening, all.
Good evening, sir.
I'm standing on the existing protocol. Yeah, thank you, our able curator, our able leader. I sincerely, I must thank you for your effort and your dedication and all the efforts you have been putting in this very project. Honestly, it's not easy. I have to appreciate you for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Just to add a little on what our community manager have said, the song have said, pertaining the event, please, we need to be notified on time, so that for those of us who will be traveling outside Abuja, that is, who will be coming to Abuja, so that we'll be able to have enough time to make our plans, our travel plans, because you know, everybody, all of us now know how it is with our economy. So this is not the time for impromptu meeting. So we need a kind of enough time so that we'll get the information on time, so that we'll be able to make our plans before the time. That one is about the event. Then coming back to this, because I'm just hearing that there is a simple promo that is still going on. Because for me personally, I've been looking, you know, finding a way to get lay hold of any promo for some friends who lost out, who missed the UNI 75 promo because of the glitches, the technical problem that the company experienced during that program. I don't know, they did, I think, upgrading of the system. So, and that affected the whole system. So most of the people that we are in line to activate their account during that process, most of them are still latent. You know, they are still dormant. They have not been able to, you know, take any package. So, but I thank you for this information that you just, you know, reviewed this evening. I will maybe private chat you, so that you send me any of the links. I will forward to them, so that they will be able to gain access to that promo, because most of them have funded the account, waiting for any of the promos that they will lay hand upon. So thank you on that very information. I really appreciate that. Then personally, for me that is in Lagos, I don't know this if the space for the coordinator of Lagos state is still available. Maybe I think I can take it up. I believe I can do that work. Distributing of the certificates to people. My office is strategically located, and my house as well. So from any area in Lagos, people can easily come to my office or come to my house to pick their certificates. So I don't think that one will be an issue for Lagos. I'm talking about Lagos where I decide. But if it has been taken, if somebody else has taken it, no problem. But if the vacant is if it's still vacant, I can occupy the space and then do the work, because this SWC and the USky project is something that I love so much with passion, and I'm putting in my best to see that everything goes as planned. I think this is all I have to say for this evening. Thank you once again, and remain blessed.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. As a matter of fact, I am so happy to hear that you are willing to step into the shoes as the state coordinator for Lagos State. I just read in the chat box now, Mr. Uzodima wrote something, and this is something I want to read out to the room. Mr. Uzodima has said that, where are our big leaders? And then he mentioned Honorable Sam, Mr. Falade, Pastor Ene, and a host of others. Why are they no more enthusiastic as they used to be? It is Nigeria that introduced this project to other African countries. Why are they now lacking behind? Gentlemen, and do we have any ladies in the room? Yes, I see some ladies. Gentlemen and ladies, I want to tell you that personally, for me, like I mentioned in the beginning, we cannot really say why people do what they do. We can only speculate. But I would say that I am, like I said in the beginning, not going to force anybody. I don't know the reason why the energy has reduced. My speculation is their involvement in other projects. All these leaders you mentioned, without exception, have tried to recruit me into a different project that they are promoting. And I can mention projects associated with each one of these leaders. I'm sure some of you are aware of this project that they promote. And one of the things that I think may have been also responsible for this is that when Skyward Community was rebranding and insisting that certain words should not be used during presentation, and then rolling out the new presentation requirements to the leaders who were in Nigeria actively hosting events for Skyward Community, some of them did not adapt to these changes. They kept on doing things the way they were doing it before, which now made Skyward Community to insist that they step down from their position as leaders. And this did not go so well with some of them. I think that may have also led to the ill feeling that made some of them to intentionally stop promoting the opportunity. I know of a particular leader who brought so many people to this project. When these people go to him for updates, feedback, say what is going on about our investment, he will tell them categorically, I no longer promote it. Go and find out by yourself. I'm now doing X, Y, Z. Don't ask me for any information. And it was not really nice to bring people into something and then abandon them halfway. So many of them began to feel that maybe there is something wrong. Maybe maybe the business has collapsed or something has happened, and these people don't want to say anything. So it was in this situation that Ambassador Christian was about to relocate to Belgium and was looking around to say, who can I nominate to continue to hold the community together and to hold all the strings and try and as much as possible. And for whatever reason, he nominated me. And I am faced with this responsibility, which I can assure you that I cannot do on my own. I'm thankful for the support I have from the community manager, Mr. Sunday Bisong, the people working with me that are helping to continue to unite the community and to provide information, direction, and ask for participation. But the community has not really accepted me 100% because they are used to the old leaders. And they are always asking the question, is this leader no longer involved? And if they are no longer involved, they themselves feel dispassionate because they feel somehow loyal to their leaders. You know, it's a normal human feeling. You don't know someone except the person that brought you into the opportunity. Maybe you know them personally, and now it looks like you feel that, oh, if they are no longer feeling as comfortable with the project, you feel like maybe you will be, what's the word now? Is it betraying them? If you now give your loyalty to the project, abandoning them who recruited you. So I understand the feeling of loyalty that some people have to their leaders. which has made them somehow feel like they also need to disengage if their leaders are disengaging. I don't know if that makes sense, but I have observed that among some partners, that they are only willing to show up for meetings like this if their leaders are in attendance. And I understand that it's going to be gradual, but I am still here ready to work with anyone who is willing. So that's what I can say concerning that. So at this point, I would like to look in the chat room. I see that Mr. Emmanuel Augustine is asking if someone has taken the position of a state coordinator in Port Harcourt. No, sir. The position is very much available. If you would like to have it, we will be very happy to work with you. So Mr. Sunday, please take note. We have a volunteer for Port Harcourt, Rivers State. We have a volunteer for Lagos State. And we have someone in Abuja. We have Mr. Sunday in Abuja, and I am in Edo State. So we have 4 states currently with people who can act as coordinators. We need more states, more regions. So if you're in any of the other regions, apart from these 4 I have just mentioned, please reach out to us, indicate your interest, and Mr. Sunday, take note of those who are indicating and reach out to them after this meeting. All right, so I'm looking again. Is there anyone with their hands raised who would like to say something? Or if you would like, you can type in the chat box if you don't want to unmute your mic. We don't want to keep everyone for too long. This is a very quick feedback session. And I would also like to point out, there is a very, very great opportunity, let me use that word, now, to bring in very key and strategic investors into this project. You know, there is one thing that I noticed among Nigerians. We believe things more when it is communicated to us by non-Nigerian partners. Let me say, when someone, okay, as Ambassador came to tell us about the Skyward Community Project, many people embraced it very quickly because the person communicating it, they saw him as someone who has, come into Nigeria to promote strategically or intentionally because he wants to strategically promote this opportunity. So there was acceptance. And when we have all these people coming for this Africa Global Event, it will be an opportunity for us to bring in key investors so that when they see these people presenting this opportunity, it will already bring down some of their, should I say, objections. So accepting the opportunity will be very easy for them. So take this opportunity to invite your key leaders. The event may be ticketed. We don't know how much the ticket will be yet. But if it means buying the ticket for them to attend, you can as well do so. This event is going to take place in July, between 26th to 28th of July. It's going to be a 3-day event. 26th is Friday, 27th is Saturday, 28th is Sunday. So 3 days event. The first day, there will be a program of activities. It will be announced. Then the second day and the last day. So if you can make plans now to start clearing your schedule for ending of July, for those who ask when this event will take place so that they can plan, it's going to be at the end of the month of July. So please start making your plans and preparations towards that event. Every single announcement will be made on the official channels. However, we will also try to distribute on the unofficial WhatsApp channels, which is why I will still beg you, please follow the official channels, the Telegram, the Instagram, and the Facebook. Those are the ones that we are supposed to be posting information on. All this WhatsApp group we are having, they are not official. We try to still carry those groups along, but at least try and be in the official group so that you will not miss out on any key information. Someone mentioned now that he was not aware that there is a promo that is ongoing for regional event participation. These are information we try to share on the official groups as much as possible and send out reminders. And if you follow those groups, the chances of you getting that information will also be very high. So please do so. I also see that someone is volunteering to work with the Port Harcourt State Coordinator. Yes, please, if you are interested in working with him, reach out to Mr. Bisong after this meeting. God bless you. We'll be happy to work with as many people as are willing to volunteer because Rivers State is big. If we even have multiple volunteers in one state, all the better. So it is basically the more, the merrier. All right, I can no longer see any hands raised. So I'm going to wait for a little bit. If anyone has any contribution or comment to make, please just react and raise your hand. Otherwise, I'm going to close the meeting and then I'm going to send the recording of the meeting so that those who are not here can watch the recording. Do we have any hand raised? All right, so let me just recap on everything that I have said so far. Let me share my screen. All right, okay, I see Mr. Bison, you have your hand raised. Okay, just to recap, Mr. Bison, I would recap and then you can speak. Just to recap, we mentioned that the SWC Africa event is coming up in July and we should start planning for that event because we don't want Africa, our partners in other African countries to come to Nigeria and feel that, no, Nigeria did not do well enough. If they had done it in Ghana, it would have been better. We don't want any ill feelings. We want to plan a big event. We want to host our partners from all over the continent and even outside Africa, and we want them to have a memorable experience. We want to identify by using our branded t-shirts and caps, which are available. So if you need those items now, you can begin to place your order for them. We recently launched an office in Auchi. This was done, and on the 1st of May, we had our first event. We had almost full capacity in that office. And by the grace of God, we even had new registrations from that event. This was on the 1st of May, which was Workers' Day. And we asked for state coordinators already. We are seeing volunteers. So thank you so much for stepping to the leadership position and occupying that vacant space of state coordinators. We are going to contact you and tell you what your responsibilities will be and how we can begin to work with you and work together. And also, I think that I should mention here that the SWC IoT office was a personal project of mine. I have partners here in Auchi. They need support. So I thought to myself, why not? And we came to Auchi, looked for a location. I rented it as an office. And then I'm going to set it up and run it for the growth of SWC and the promotion of the UST opportunity and the UTERA opportunity in this region. I want to tell you something that I see. When the UTERA project begins to produce the soil elixir, they are going to need distributors. It is those of us who have offices for SWC that may initially get the order or make the order for this product and begin to distribute them. This is a big opportunity for you. If you are looking for a business or you want to add to your existing business, this soil elixir is a very good product. And when the product enters into the market and demand comes, you may find that it is a very, very wonderful opportunity for you to begin to sell to farmers in your locality as a distributor, or even to sell as a wholesaler. So these are opportunities that are emerging. You can begin to strategically prepare yourself. At this time now, you can maybe look for a space that you can rent out as an office, both for the Skyward community promotion in your region, to organize seminars with partners, to aid the development of the business in your area, and also promote the opportunity, and also maybe work as a distributor when our products are now ready for marketing. So these are opportunities that are emerging. You can prepare for them. Just like I have opened an office here anticipating the future of this, should I say, the growth of this Skyward community opportunity. Some of you can also think in that direction. And if you have the means and the resources, we are ready to support you even by sending people to your location to help you facilitate seminars and offline events. So if you have a thought to do something like that, you can reach out to me, let us see how we can work together. Then we also have the SWC mobile package promotion. It's ongoing. You won't see it in your back office, but you can access this promo. As a matter of fact, maybe I will show the promo at the end of this meeting. Then We have SWC Marathon and annual tracking. For those not participating, it's a good idea to participate because it is an opportunity for us to end stage 15 of the UST project so that we can get closer to what we are all looking forward to, which is the payment of dividends, the listing in the stock market, and the returns on our investments. I can tell you this for free. As soon as we begin to get dividends from this project, this opportunity will explode, because at that point, everybody's eyes will open and everybody that left will now start coming back. And those of you that are here, that's when you will now start seeing the benefits of your commitment and your consistency. Lastly, for supporting the partners of Skyward Community in Nigeria, we have prepared the SWC Members Resource Kit. It's meant for you to use it to scale your business, to understand your business, to promote your business, to grow your business, both online and offline. One of the things in that resource kit is the SWC Vision and Mission. It's a document that we have prepared for you to see, to see the direction we want to drive the community towards, our growth plan. Because where there is no vision, the people will perish. And so we have crafted the vision and we are ready to run with everybody that is willing to work with us. Lastly, we have in that document, in that resource kit, a template letter to organizations using what we call the gatekeeper approach of marketing this opportunity. The gatekeeper approach is a strategy whereby a person will give our letters to organizations such as churches, ministries, places of meetings, cooperatives, societies, anywhere where people gather, asking them to invite us to come and enlighten them about Skyward Community. Everything in the letter is just telling them to invite us to come and hold a meeting, like a workshop with them. If they give approval, we will then send a representative speaker who will help you. That's the person who gave the letter, the gatekeeper, the person who created the opportunity for us to come in, we'll come to that state, work with you, hold our meeting, and at the end of it all, you will have sign-ups from that event to grow your business and to grow the SWC in that region. So if this is something you would like to do, take the letters. You will see how the letter is structured, a place is there for you to sign. Then you start distributing copies of those letters to various organizations so that when they start inviting you to come, you can then invite us and we'll come and hold an event to help you get sign-ups and help you grow your business. So the letter is in the SWC Member Resource Kit. I'm going to send a link to the Leaders Council group. Anything you need that you think will help you grow your business that is not already in that SWC Member Resource Kit, tell me about it. We can work and create such a resource for you to have. All right, so thank you all. And my name is still John Bosi, and I am 100% committed to the growth of Skyward Community and to the growth of your business in Skyward Community. And gentlemen and ladies, it's my honor to serve you, my sincere privilege to work with each and every one of you, even though I'm not the best for this, should I say I'm not the best leader, but I'm happy that you accept me and that you choose to work with me. And as we continue to work together and grow together, I'm open to your feedback, to your ideas. So if you see I'm doing something that's not so correct, feel very free to correct me. I'm open to learning. And I'm also open to giving you everything that I have, that I know that is helping me grow this business, sharing those things with you to also help you grow so that we can all grow and learn together. And that is my promise and my commitment to you as curator for Skyward Community, pending when the next curator emerges. So once again, thank you for having this, taking this time to have this meeting with us. We'll be having our next meeting in the month of June. The date will be announced. And we will also look at the results for the month of May. So gentlemen and ladies, thank you so much. God bless you.